Good morning. It's Friday, January 26th, and I want to tell you that in my experience, I have come across many people who are very intelligent, but they're not really smart. They have brains. They've done very well in school, but when it comes to things that are important in the real world, somehow or other they manage to screw it up. And I'm talking right now about Fani Willis. And I'm sure you all know who Fani Willis is. For those of you who may not have been paying attention to recent events or are not really interested in what's going on in certain areas of the country. Fani Willis is the district attorney of Fulton County, which covers most of Atlanta in Georgia. She was elected to that post in 2020. And right now she is in the midst of one of the most important cases in this country. And it deals with President Donald Trump and his affairs and his actions in Georgia trying to overturn the election when he called up and asked Georgia's Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger, to find him 11,872 votes so that he could win the election and put him over the top to remain president of the United States. And I'm sure everybody remembers that incident, and they must have heard that phone call 1,000 times. So at some point in time, Fani Willis charged Trump with 13 counts, including racketeering and conspiracy. And the former president had accompanied several of his attorneys, campaign aides, and administration assistants were charged as well, including Rudy Giuliani, the former White House chief of staff, Mark Meadows. So this thing wasn't pointed 100% at Donald Trump. So that's the situation right now. This thing is coming to some form of fruition. And Fani Willis has put this whole situation in jeopardy because she has having a love affair with the attorney Nathan Wade, who Fani hired as an outside consultant to work as a special prosecutor on the Trump election subversion case. And the hiring occurred while Willis and Wade allegedly living in an extramarital relationship. And Wade received over $650,000 for his work on this case. And that is according to court filings. So when you look at this, and I have no problem with people wanting to live their life and have love affairs. What you have as a public official in a high-profile case like the Trump case, you have a responsibility to the public and to your constituency that your life will not interfere with the important job that you're working on. And Willis's affair with Wade is a direct contradiction of that rule, so to speak. You can't afford to get yourself mixed up publicly in a situation that many in this country think is reprehensible. So Fani Willis might be bright, she might be a great attorney, but she isn't all that smart because you have left yourself wide open for the Trump team to tear apart whatever you are saying based upon your relationship with Nathan Wade. Why? Why would you put this important job, probably the most important job in your entire career up to this point, in jeopardy for a couple of nights of hanky-panky or whatever it is they were doing? But they went on a vacation of some kind. And then when you look at the situation and you see the kind of money that Willis was paying Wade, $650,000 for his work on the case, I think without knowing what the going rate for attorneys is, that's a monumental amount of money. And according to credit card records, which included Wade's divorce proceedings, he paid for Willis to accompany on these trips to Miami and to San Francisco. So in essence, she was actually paying to be with Wade on these trips. So she was paying him that salary. So I believe, based upon the actions, that Willis has put her entire career in jeopardy. In fact, on February 15th, Willis is going to have to appear in court to defend her situation in this so-called election subversion case. And if Willis is disqualified by the judge from overseeing the Trump racketeering charges, the case would then go to a prosecuting attorney council of Georgia, which could decide which prosecutors the case could be handled by going forward. And there are a bunch of GOP lawmakers who are investigating this whole thing. The Fulton County Commissioner has launched an inquiry into whether Willis misused funds or accepted valuable gifts from a contractor in addition to this improper relationship that she was having with Wade. And the commissioner has also questioned Wade's qualification for the job that he was supposed to do. So this is a mess. This is a mess from somebody who, as I said before, is a very smart person, did well in school, became the district attorney of Atlanta, and gets herself in a tangled mess like this, a love affair that's gotten out of control, put her entire future on the line. She should have been smarter than that. And maybe the problem with people who get ahead much further than they thought they would ever be don't think of what they're doing in any situation that could damage how much they have accomplished in their lives at that point in time. So you have Republicans investigating the unsubstantiated allegations regarding Willis and Nathan Wade. But it doesn't matter. They could be perfectly innocent, but they put themselves right in the middle of this thing. She's in the limelight just for the case against Trump. She can't afford to do anything that could be picked up and thrown out in the public arena like this. So what is in their minds? These intelligent people that are not smart enough in the day-to-day living to maintain a sterling career. And in the middle of this battle with Trump and his attorneys, can she afford to be distracted like this to defend herself for having a love affair? It shouldn't have come to this. And just putting yourself in this situation is pure stupidity, no matter how smart you are. I don't care how many degrees she may have. She's not smart. So I leave you with that. Smart people are not necessarily intelligent in their lifestyles, in what they attempt. There is a thinking process that goes with intelligence. And it's obvious to me that Fani Willis dropped the ball badly. Take care. Bye.